proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
And a happy Wednesday to everybody. How are you?
I'm
Chris?
good. How's it going, brother?
I'm here.
Me too. Barely, but
Barely.
here.
And then I'm kind of distracted at this point. to be
Why is
honest.
that?
Because, the Indian season was magical. We talked about it the other day. Magical. And then I am expecting the only in Cleveland ending to the season, which would be get swept out of Cleveland, losing to the Tigers again.
Sure.
And after we come back and beat them for the division. I mean, that's only in Cleveland, right?
Well, they're on their way.
So now I have the game pulled up here.
Yeah.
So I'm watching. I can't see the game because I don't have like the ESPN app. It's the one app I don't fucking pay for, which apparently I now have to pay for.
Right.
And so I'm watching it on some Detroit TV station, and I'm not watching the actual game, but I'm watching the live action highlights kind of things.
Sure.
Oh, I see Rumble comments today. That's cool.
Well, there we go. Maybe I fixed something after all.
And there's good old what's his name, Jackal1.
Yeah. Just Jim. That's Jim.
Dick Jim. Fuck the nothings. Look.
He's right
I
there.
want something in this town to root for. I'm not a fan of the name change and all that kind of stuff, but still I'm a supporter of our teams. I may not be a supporter of the owners. I may not be a supporter of the name change and the bowing down, all that kind of woke garbage. But you know what I am a fan of? I'm a fan of baseball. I'm
too.
also a fan of Cleveland. So I'm going to root for our teams, regardless.
Oh, you can.
I mean,
I have moved on from the Indians.
You know who I didn't root for? I didn't root for LeBron James. LeBron James is a prick as a person, as a basketball player. He's a loser in general. He may be rich, but to me, he's a loser. He's a flopper. He's a pig.
Sure.
And, screw that guy. But,
Agreed.
when the Cavs won, I was happy for Kyrie, who, was a flat earther, and I like that, and everything else. So, I mean, I'm a fan of our teams. And right now, the Guardians are winning. So,
Well, it'll
excited
probably
about
come
it.
down to tomorrow, but the Indians will find a way to lose.
Is tomorrow the next game in
Or the
Detroit?
day, probably the day after. They probably leave a travel day, even though they don't need it from Detroit. I mean, what's
But
Detroit,
currently,
3 hours?
the Guardians are winning
Okay.
in the eighth inning, bottom of, and they got three. It's 3-1, 2 men on.
Okay.
So you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to root for the team because
Go ahead. Who told you not to?
it's Cleveland baseball, and we haven't won a championship ever. So, you know what? I want to see them actually win.
Yeah, I know. I watched a bunch of baseball yesterday.
Did your Padres win?
I don't. Just to tell you how close I watched it, I don't remember. They were losing bad. I think they lost. Let me look it up real quick. SI.com.
Of course, it's going to Game 3. Baseball sucks the money out of fans. So, dude, he
I
must
don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, baseball, of all the sports, baseball's the only one that still has a cheap ticket.
All right, it was a 2-2 count. Naylor homers. It's now 6-1.
All right.
How about that?
San Diego, in the game that matters, right, that's going on right now, San Diego is up 1-0. Just thought I'd share that.
Well, that's great.
You and everybody else couldn't give two shits, but I am watching my Padres.
Look,
damn it!
I want to see if your Padres can join us in the World Series.
Oh, please. You know what? There's very little chance of either of those things happening. But
The Indians won in 48 and 1920. Good for them, Jim. Way to go.
1940.
I wasn't born yet, Jim.
Oh,
You know what, Jim? Here's the sad
Jim
part.
was 30.
I was going to say, you were like 25, 30, and my dad wasn't even born yet, Jim.
Yeah, the Padres went down to the Cubs yesterday, 3-1. But they're up right now.
Figured your team would go down on the Cubs.
Why not? The Cubs got a nice shiny dick for them.
It's been an exciting go Detroit. Jim, get out of here. What is his problem?
He hates.
You know this
he
guy.
hates-
Is he?
Yeah, no, he hates the team since they changed the name. I'm with him on that.
But he hates everything
Well, he does.
except for Deep Purple. That's
He's
from
a-
what you
he's a-
tell me.
That is true. That's about it. Deep Purple and Night Demon. Anything out and Judas Priest. And get away from those three things. He hates it all.
Hell's a Night Demon.
They're a good band, actually. It's one of the few current bands that keeps the old school metal sound.
I agree with what's that? D from Cincy.
Indians got past Scooble. Yeah, Scooble looked pretty good yesterday.
You did. But you know what? You don't have to face him again. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, can't they get excited about something? There's nothing else to get excited about. I mean, shit, we could talk about the stupid Browns.
There's plenty to get excited about with the Browns.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
I'm sure today's Dog Pound Details will have all the details. I'm sure about the big quarterback change.
Quarterback change. You know, we talked about it this morning on Bob's show because it was hysterical. He goes, "Hey Seth, I heard that Bob's." He's like, "Hey Seth, I heard that something come across. I saw something come across my screen that the Browns are making a quarterback change." I was like, "Yep, I saw that." So all the Shedeur Sanders fans are going to be extraordinarily happy, huh? He's getting his first start as a rookie. Deion Sanders, kid, prime time, going to get his start. It was like, no, not quite. In fact, the second headline after that was Shedeur Sanders is still the third string quarterback, and Joe Flacco will be the backup.
I got news for everybody. Shedeur Sanders is a bunch of media hype.
Yeah, he's garbage.
He's not gonna turn into anything.
He went 13-12 in Colorado.
That's what I mean. For some reason, the combination of the hype from this kid last year, and I honestly think the other piece to this is everybody's looking for that guy to be the guy that makes the Baker fiasco go away, and they think it's going to be Shedeur Sanders, and it ain't. Shedeur Sanders is going to be being a backup quarterback for the next 4 years, and then he'll be out of the league.
I don't
out of the
get
league.
If you watched any college football, when he was playing, which I don't think you watch a lot of college football. But I mean, a lot of his plays were just scramble, heave it up, and hope that somebody comes down with the ball. Yeah. And on top of that, he had like the best player in college playing with him, not him.
And let's be clear about that best player in college. Did you see he already got benched on defense?
Did he really?
Yep. They're still keeping him as an offensive starter, but as a defensive player, he's already sitting.
Wow.
Lasted 3 games. And after 3 games, they realized that all that hype about two-way player, blah, blah,
Bullshit.
blah, was garbage. You know,
Well, look, people can look great in college and then they get to the pros and flame out. Then you got a guy like Tom Brady who was in 6th round and ends up becoming the best quarterback of all time. I mean, it doesn't matter really what you do in college. You have to have the right mindset, the right everything to play professional ball.
Yeah. And coming in with your posse and ending practice with a new fucking rap that you wrote, that ain't gonna get it done.
No.
That just shows that you're not focused, probably to the coaches, but certainly it shows on the practice field. You know why Dillon Gabriel's getting this starting assignment versus Shedeur Sanders? Because of all the way back to training camp. Remember the video where Shedeur Sanders said to Dillon Gabriel, "Hey, we got to get a video of you dancing around." And he said, "I don't dance. I fucking practice."
Yeah.
That's why Dillon Gabriel is playing and not Shedeur Sanders, because he's busy with everything else. And I'm not saying that he's not trying hard when he is on the field. I'm sure he is, but then he gets off the field and he's looking for ways to fucking shine his bling and whatever instead of being a better quarterback.
It's kind of silly, dude. I mean, I want him to succeed. I like
too.
when there's hype around the team, and I like when prime time is going to be at the games or doing this or doing that. I think it's kind of fun, brings attention to our town, brings attention to the Browns,
Sure.
and it would be nice to have some positive attention to the Browns every now and then. But he's a joke. He's not good at football. I mean, you have to be good at the game. You can't just have a star dad.
Yeah. And he could turn out to be okay. He could turn out to be a good player. I mean, who knows? I mean, that light switch may go on. But man, oh man, coming from a place where you're not hungry for it, and that is the difference. When Deion Sanders came into the NFL, he was hungry. He was the only guy doing it. He wanted to be the best. He wanted to be the best in 2 sports. And I guarantee you, he wasn't showing up with a rap track, to the first day of practice. Remember, if you remember, he was playing some games. Do you remember this? That he would play like Monday through Thursday, he would play for the Reds. Then he would take a helicopter to wherever the game was for Sunday, and he would play on Sunday. Then he would take a helicopter back to wherever the Reds were playing the next night. That was commitment. He wasn't shining up his bling to say, "Hey, look at me, I'm the best there ever was." He was being the best there ever was, or at least one of them. That's the difference.
Now it's not looking good.
What isn't?
Now all of a sudden the Tigers have a couple men on the top of the ninth.
But they're up 6-1. Who cares?
We'll see.
6-5 is a win, my friend.
Amen.
And again, it is the Indians. They don't score a lot of points or a lot of runs, do they?
No. Many of the great QBs sat on the bench for a bit and not immediately thrust into game action. Well, that's fine. But here's the problem with the Browns. The Browns need to do something with these people to find out what they have for next year. They ain't winning shit this year. You ain't going to win anything with Flacco. So you need to try these guys out and see what you have, because you have 2 first-round picks next year.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them, if you need a quarterback, is going to be spent on a quarterback.
Right.
And if you have something here, though, then you can surround who you do have with talent, offensive line, a receiver that can catch a ball.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I saw Jerry Jeudy in the press saying, "I've got to make those catches," and blah. And it's like, dude, don't tell us what you need to do. Do it.
Yeah.
Stop telling the media.
We know what your position is.
Yeah.
By definition, receiver means you catch.
Yeah. We don't need to read about it on YouTube tomorrow. Catch the fucking ball. How about that? That's all we want. Catch the ball.
Now, would you try Sanders out there? Would you maybe switch these quarterbacks back and forth and see who can? And I'm not saying during the game. I'm saying like game to game and see if anybody has a spark to bring to this team.
I don't think I would say that I was doing that yet. I think you got to give Gabriel a chance. I mean, what confidence would he have going into it if he knows he's starting this week and sitting next week?
I mean, you're sending this kid out onto the field in London, by the way, at 9:35 in the morning.
Too. That sucks too. So he gets to go with, probably jet lag and everything else. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, I would probably give, like they did with Flacco, I would give him 3 or 4 games, unless he's really sucking. I mean, if he throws 6 picks in each game, okay, then maybe we're talking about something different. But if he plays decent, who do we play this week? Who are we getting?
Minnesota.
So if he plays Minnesota tight, which we should do okay against Minnesota because they don't have a quarterback, their guy's hurt.
Right.
So, I could see a 17-10 Browns loss this week instead of a 45-10, the normal.
Dude, you got to start scoring some points, man. 10 is not going to do it. You got to get this kid out there. He's got to score 20.
Well, that's got to be that has to be the benchmark, doesn't it? Is scoring more points, making the offense work.
I don't care if you lose, but you got to just show some improvement offensively.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody else in the league is scoring a bunch of points. And I mean, dude, what's crazy is if you look at the North, the North is a winnable division. Not saying the Browns are going to, but I mean, now with Burrow out and Lamar Jackson out, that's a winnable division.
40-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
That's it. Yeah, and I mean, 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who gets hurt, been hurt the last 2 years, right? Didn't he get hurt last year too? Yep.
It's a very winnable division.
It's a very winnable division. But we don't have anybody either. It's amazing that this team, at the beginning of this season, a lot of people were saying that the North was the best division in football. And now it's the absolute worst division in football. All 4 teams look like they could lose 15 games.
Without a doubt.
It's it's awful. We'll see. We'll see what Gabriel brings. But it was definitely time with Flacco. Question is, do you keep him or do you just cut him? I would just
Flacco?
cut him.
I don't know. Don't you owe him a little bit? Don't you owe him a little bit of respect and just let him sit on the bench and nothing else?
Still gets his money. I mean, if you keep him, you still have the problem of another guy. We aren't talking about it at all, but Deshaun Watson's making a lot of noise about playing this year.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going to have to cut somebody at some point. And it ain't going to be Deshaun Watson as much as it should be. It ain't going to be. That's way too much money for the Haslams to just eat. They're just not.
You watch they get rid of that guy and he goes off and wins like 3 Super Bowls.
Well, that could happen too. I doubt it though. I mean, dude, when you start to think about it now, the guy has played 10 games in 5 years. You might as well bring in Colin Kaepernick if you're going to bring him in.
Dude, how great would it be to work 10 days in for the past 5 years or whatever, you get like $300 million in your pocket?
That would not suck.
I wouldn't bitch about it at all, man. I'd never want to play again.
Yeah, me either. Of course, he gave out about $100 million of it in fucking lawsuits, but still, he's still more well off than us.
Yes.
Maybe that's what we're doing
Cleveland
wrong.
luck, though.
Maybe that's what we're doing wrong. Maybe we need to go start sexually assaulting massage therapists so that we can get paid.
Get paid?
Maybe if we had stories of just fucking getting illicit hand jobs from unwilling participants, people would donate to Seth Williams 32 on Venmo.
Yeah, I'm really getting tired of that, man. I'm about to call this show early. Don't get anything. Not even a $5 tip. What the hell are we doing, dude?
We're just talking. That's what we're doing.
I like doing the show. Don't get me wrong, but a fucking Subway employee who makes a stupid sandwich gets a fucking $5 tip, and we get shit. Well, we feed people and get nothing.
Yeah, that is true. We did feed people. I don't know. I don't worry about it. It's stupid to worry about it. It just make your head hurt.
Hurts every time I look at my bank account. That's what it does. But I'm looking forward to it, like a 9:30. Actually, kind of sucks having a 9:30 game when I think about it.
Oh, I love the 9:30 game.
Oh, it's a 9:30 game.
I do. I wish, dude. When I lived out in California, dude, that was the bomb. That you could watch all 3 games and be done by like 9 o'clock.
Well, how do you
could actually do something?
How do you tailgate or have a party for Brown Sunday and you get fucked up at 9:30 in the morning?
When's the last time you had a Browns party anyway? When's the last time? Did you have a Browns party last weekend for the 1 o'clock game?
Absolutely.
No, you did not.
It was a hell of a shindig, man.
I'll bet it was. What, were you delivering Dunkin' Donuts to people on DoorDash?
No, I watched the first. I watched the kickoff and the first drive, and then I went to bed.
Yeah, I when I lived out in California, I loved the football. I loved watching football when it started at 10 in the morning.
That'd be fine if it was. You know, I guess we could watch other games. I don't want to watch other games that much. I don't know.
Yeah, I watch everything. You know, the only games I'm not watching are the really, other than the Browns, are the really horrific teams. Like, there's no way am I going to watch, like, the Panthers and the Cardinals or something like that. But, you know, just regular stuff. Like yesterday with the baseball, I watched all 4 games. I had it on all day and night last night. All the way.
Guardians won.
Did they win?
Yep.
All right. So there we
Bases
go.
loaded for the Tigers on the bottom of the 9th, and they end up winning.
Well, that'll be good. The Indians will go into the final game with no bullpen. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what Abu said. Blew out the bullpen.
Just blow it right out. Why not? They don't need it tomorrow or the next
No,
day.
I think there's a guy on the roster who hasn't played a Major League Baseball game. Stick his ass in there.
Put him in. What's the right fielder doing? I'm sure he's got a good arm. Bring him in.
You have to admit, though, I mean, one of our starters went out because of a gambling issue.
Yeah.
Our closer went out because of a gambling issue. And so, I mean, for this team to overcome those kind of odds, I think it is kind of an entertaining storyline, at least.
Sure. Don't you think they got to stop with the gambling now? Since they're basically the endorser of gambling?
Well, that's what I don't understand. I mean, you tell everybody to go gamble, and then you get mad because a player's gambling. But, I mean, I guess, you know, when it affects the score, I mean, if, you know, some of these guys are tipping off pitches and shit like that. Yeah, well, you can't have that kind of stuff.
I think but this could be solved so easily with just a simple rule. You could just have a simple rule that you're banned for life if you bet for or against your team.
Right.
You can bet on anything else. You just cannot bet on or against your team.
I think it should be you can't bet on your sport. I mean, I think you should be allowed to bet.
Because
a lot of these guys are friends, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because they have friends. No.
You're talking about guys that, I mean, anymore people switch teams during the season, after the season. You got friends all over Major League Baseball, and you can just start talking to them, see what they're going to do. I mean,
or ask them to do something. You could be like, "Hey, Ohtani, strike out 4 times tonight. I'll give you $100,000."
Right. I mean,
and that guy clearly he'll bet. He let his trainer go to jail for him to cover his bets, so I'm sure he'll bet. Do you think he doesn't bet anymore?
Yeah, right.
I'll bet you he has 30 different FanDuel accounts.
I mean, I still got to figure out how to actually start betting myself. I want to bet. I don't like gambling.
It's fun, and they make it cheap enough to where you can kind of do it. Honestly, it's cheaper to gamble on the games than to go to the games.
Yeah.
How sad is that?
Yeah, I've made one bet my entire life, and it was before we had like all the sports books or whatever up here, before there was gambling here. Yeah. I made a bet for a guy that I worked with in Vegas, and I felt cool going up, but it was his $100, and it was $100 on Browns to go to playoffs or some shit like that. And he lost, but that's the only time I've ever really bet on a game. Like, I've gambled like slot machines and shit like that, but never been like the sports gambling guy.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not a hard. I go back and forth with it. Like when I was in the Army, I used to bet like a fiend. I was always broke by like the third of the month because I just bet my whole paycheck like a dick.
Right.
And then I learned from that, and I've gotten better. But like I don't even like play cards or anything because I do get addicted to it. Like I'll play one time, I'll win $75. Next thing you know, I'm at the casino for 12 hours, just losing my rent or my mortgage. I just do that. But FanDuel's pretty fun, man.
It looks like Triv, the guy that obviously the guy I used to work with.
He loved to bet.
He loved his gambling, man, but he loved his horses more than anything. The horses was like his deal. Like he would call off, like the day after, like the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont, and all those kind of things, because he was just nonstop gambling the day before. But it was always so fun, like during the show, like during the radio show, you said take a break, and then he'd be on the phone with whoever. I don't know who he called, but hey, give me this, give me this, give me this horse, give me that horse.
Sure.
Then I can't. He had all the gambling terms down. Obviously, the shit that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like in the middle of him talking, you would hear him just pause, and because he's got the race on. But it was great. It was fun.
Hell yeah. Well, here you go, dude. I'm going to show you how easy this is. So even if you don't know shit about gambling on FanDuel, all you have to do is use AI. And I'll bet you hit 75% of the time. I'll move this to here. So here it is. I just put up, who should I bet on in the NFL with FanDuel this weekend? Quick question, right?
Yep.
We'll do it live and see. So I hit OK. And it's going to tell me it's thinking. And let's see who we got here. Lions are 9.5 favorites. It has like all of it. Buccaneers are 3.5-point dogs. Panthers are 5.5-point dogs. It's got all the bets you should bet. You should bet Buccaneers plus 3.5. So they're picking the Bucs to win and giving up the 4 points or 3.5 points. They're saying to go with the over on the Saints versus Bills at 48.5. Like, it breaks it all down. Tells you who to
James
pick.
Cook, less than 2.5 receptions.
Yeah. Come on. How easy is that? You bet on all these. If you I don't know how many bets there are here, but let's say there's 10. If 7 of them hit, you're winning money.
Interesting.
And this is with all the information that's out there, all called into one thing.
I should try that sometime.
Get on and bet.
My wife might kill me if I start betting.
I might bet this exact line just to come back next Monday and see what it did. In fact, I think
you should do that.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna sign up for a new account and get my $300 worth of free bets, and I'm going to bet on all these games.
Seth Williams 32 on Venmo. Seth Williams 32 on Venmo. Go ahead and donate, and I will put your money down on some games.
Watch me win
for me to win, not for you.
Watch me win like $20,000 over the weekend.
Yeah,
it'd be great.
Watch you win like $200,000. We don't see Chris anymore in the show.
Nope, or any show. I'll tell you that now. You give me $250,000, you will not see me staring at a ring light. That's for goddamn sure.
So what would be your price that you need to stop, that you would say, fuck it, I'm not doing any more of these shows?
I mean, I'm not really doing them for money, but I would I don't know that I would get rid of them, but I think I might change some things, like specifically CMS I would make a lot shorter. I mean, that 6 hours is a bitch.
That's brutal. Man.
That is a bitch. I mean, I get to the end of the show, and I feel like I played a fucking football game. Just my knees hurt, my back hurts, and we
got to remember to play dog pound details at some point. We're going to get off the Browns, but what would it take for you to retire permanently from anything?
Just to stop working?
To stop working, no more internet stuff, no more pinball PA, no more podcasts.
$5 million.
$5 million?
Yeah. Give me $5 million and I will watch TV and write books.
For fun?
For fun. I don't even need to sell them. I'll give them to you and you put them in your name and sell them. I don't care. It would just be more of me putting my ideas out to the world at that point.
I think $5 million sounds like a decent amount.
$5 million's enough to live on, but it's not enough to be known for being rich, to where you'd have all your fucking skeevy half friends coming up to you pretending that they're your real friends asking for money.
And you could probably put some money in some sort of investment that would make cash for you.
Even if just in a bank account. If you had $5 million, that's got to be $60,000 a year in interest.
I don't know how many interest-bearing accounts are. You might have to find like a good CD or something to put your money in.
Whatever thing, or an IRA or whatever. You find it. I'm saying all this, but $5 million is just fucking unheard of these days for me.
I mean, $5 million really isn't that much money like it used to be. I mean,
Not like it used
if you
to
had $1
be.
million, you could be set. But
Tell you what, if you look at my bank statement today, you'll think $5 million is an ungodly amount of money.
Dude, you're talking to me, my friend. My daughter made more at Dairy Queen.
John Drake is probably the most accurate thing he's ever said on this show right here. Aiken wouldn't invest a fucking penny. He would blow it all in the coolest ways possible. He's probably right about that.
What would be the coolest ways possible?
Hookers and partying.
Okay, I understand hookers, but I mean, like, would you, dude? We're not exactly spring chickens or in shape enough to be pounded on 8 balls.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid of dying either. That's the other piece. I've done what I want to do. So if I went out Blaze of Glory style, you know what? Blaze of Glory. I'll accept the glory part of that blaze. I've already had the blaze. Now I want the glory.
I mean, $5 million might be more than John Drake's boy Shedeur Sanders is going to make it in the NFL.
No, that would be wrong because Shedeur already signed for $42 million.
Oh, screw that guy. I would love to suck at my job and make $42 million.
Yeah, that would be nice. And again, John is right here. I know Aiken and I would end up at a booze bender. Probably true. And we've had a few. Ooh. I haven't had a booze bender in a long time now. You know, I've only had 3 drinks this whole year.
Really?
The whole year I've had 3 drinks.
Dude, I can tell that I haven't drank a lot in the past few years because I really stopped. I was drinking probably too much before I was definitely drinking a little bit too much before my leg incident. And then when I went to the hospital, I just stopped drinking, stopped smoking, all that kind of stuff, just done.
Sure.
But then we bought a bunch of moonshine when we were in Tennessee, just because I liked the colors of the jars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like the green looked pretty and the red looked pretty and all that. And so I was like, dude, I'll put these in the kitchen. It'll look great. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try some of this stuff. I'm going to actually drink some of it. But it's kind of weak. It's like 40%. It's not, or 40 proof. I mean, it's not very 40 proof. It's not very strong. And so, you know, but after not drinking for 3 years,
yeah, it'll get you for at first.
40 proof, all of a sudden I'm like, hey, how you doing? It felt good to have a little bit of a buzz every now and then.
Sure. Well, that's like, dude, remember when I started taking those gummies, I was just wrecked. I mean, wrecked. Now it's like, cool, it's nighttime. Let me get my gummy. Let me settle in. And it's like, you know, it's just like, cool now. I'm used to it now. So you get used to it. You adjust.
I got a buddy who's got some health issues. He's been taking those gummies.
Love me some gummies, man.
But he's been taking it with some other stuff, which I worry about.
Yeah, that's not the most healthy way to do it. But all right, what do you want to do? You want to do dog pound details?
Drinking and diabetes just sucks. Well, it depends on what you drink. I mean, there's some less sugary alcohols out there that you can partake in. I mean,
sure.
Like even like some beers, like Miller Lite and stuff like that. They have very little carbs and not a lot of sugar. So I mean, you can partake in that kind of stuff.
Sure. I'm a Miller Lite guy. I like Miller Lite. It always drives all my friends. Like John's brother AJ.
Yeah.
He comes over every now and again, pretty often to watch wrestling. Like we'll watch a wrestling pay-per-view together or whatever, and he'll come here to the house to watch it. And he always brings beer with him. But he always brings like fucking some kind of IPA that I would never drink.
I hate those.
You know, he's like, you know, it'll be like Wounded Moon Bark Tree fucking IPA, whatever. Just awful. And he'll be like, do you want some? And he'll call me and he'll be like, I'm picking up some beers, man. What do you want? And I'll say Miller Lite. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, why are you going to drink that piss water? I'll get you an IPA. I'm like, no, I want the cheap garbage beer. That's what I drink. I'm like Billy. You know, I always make fun of Billy, but I do the same thing. Like anytime you go out to Billy's place, even when we were out there 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, he always has the PBR or Schlitz on demand.
Yeah.
He always has the cheapest, shittiest beer ever. And I'm always like, why are you drinking, you know, between him and Leah, they make good money. What is he doing drinking PBR? You know, $8 a case or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's what I drink. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Back
in my days of having fun, my my dinner, my after dinner dessert was I bought a 3-pack of Bud Ice Tall Boys.
Oh yeah,
because you can get it was like a 3-pack for like $3.50 or some shit like that.
Sure.
It was ridiculously cheap, and they're higher in alcohol. So I mean, they were tasty and strong. And then Korsky vodka, dude, which you'll find at the bottom shelf of every liquor store, and it was like $9 for like a liter. It's like drinking gasoline,
dude, that's not the worst. Stop
but
it.
after 3 shots, dude, you don't care.
Dude, me and Drake, when I first got single, I was spending a lot of time with him and Stephanie out at their apartment. Like we would just hang out. It'd be like Tuesday afternoon, and John would call me up and he'd be like, "Dude, come on over. We're gonna just fucking barbecue or whatever." And I mean, we were drinking the real bottom of the barrel. John would get like a gallon of like orange Paramount vodka. And it was just, I mean, I honestly believe it was like the alien blood in the alien movies. Like it would just burn a hole through your fucking stomach because it was just acidy. It was awful. And me and John, I mean, we would get to the point, especially after we'd been going for a couple of hours, we wouldn't even be using cups anymore. Solo cups were gone, just passing the bottle back and forth and chugging the shit down. And we did this for, I quite honestly, probably years. It had to be 2 good years where at least once a week, John and I were just getting fucked up. And then we settled down. But, ooh, we used to really throw it down.
John says, now we really know how Seth got diabetes. Look, here, I had it long before that, you dumbass. One, my mom had it, so, it is hereditary to an extent. But 2, dude, back when I first started in radio, I didn't drink at all. Like, I didn't drink very little.
Sure.
But, I enjoyed, my cheeseburgers and stuff like that. But I was still, I didn't, no more than anybody else does. I was just your typical kind of fat guy.
Right, sure.
But all of a sudden, like, I remember I was working at MMS, right? And I just started losing weight, dude, like crazy.
Sure. It's because you were drinking the blue drink.
Huh?
It's because you were drinking the blue drink.
Yeah, I was eating whatever I wanted to, and then just losing weight. I was doing this commercial for, it was called, what the hell was that shit called? I don't remember. It was Lose Weight While You Sleep drink.
There's that blue stuff, yeah.
Something, but I can't
You were
remember
like
the
the
name
spokesman for it. Yeah.
I was. Like, literally, I was winning national awards all across the country for this fucking company, Lose Weight While You Sleep.
Right.
And I never even stuck my finger in it. I never even tasted it. I was just doing these fucking commercials because I just kept losing weight. It was just falling off of me. Channel 3 came out and did like a story about me with this Body Solutions. That's what it's called. Body Solutions.
That's right. Yeah.
Lose weight while you sleep. And you were supposed to just take a fucking, like teaspoon or 2 of this shit before you went to bed. And you were just supposed to lose weight. Biggest fucking scam of all time, probably. But I never tried it. But I kept winning all these awards. I was literally between the awards I was winning and the money that they were paying me, right? Just for the one commercial, I was making like $4,000 a month. And it was great. It was good money. Dude.
Hell yeah.
And so Channel 3 came out and they wanted to do a story on me. And so I had like a pair of jeans that I was wearing like a few months ago. And it was just like, they would wrap around me. They were big, huge jeans and, showing me off in a tank top and everything. I just lost all this weight.
Right.
And finally I said, I'm not taking this stuff. I'm eating whatever the hell I want. So there's got to be some sort of a problem here. And so I went to the doctor and they said, oh, yeah, you got diabetes. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to continue to do this because I keep losing weight.
Yeah. Let me get a bag of sugar because then I'll lose a lot of weight.
And I remember we had a psychic Sonia. She's been on this show before. And she came in to do a radio thing with us. And she didn't know. I didn't really know at that point what was going on with me. But she had no idea.
Right.
And she sat down across the counter from me before we started the interview. And she goes, I just want to let you know, you're going to have some serious problems with your feet. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you're probably going to lose one.
Jeez.
And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Dude, I'm just a 22-year-old kid, dude. I was like,
right.
Whatever. And sure as shit,
Guess she is a psychic.
I guess you saw something.
Yep. Shit.
But I love how John likes to make fun of the fact that I have a debilitating illness that is going to kill me at some point, probably very soon. But John thoroughly enjoys, making fun of me with it. That's what true friends are.
Yes, it is.
After the dick licking fest that we had the other day on Facebook, he's going to come back with that kind of garbage, making fun of me for, going to die disease.
I support it.
These names for beers are fucking gay. All these stupid beers out there.
IPA, Bumbleberry. Come on, John.
All this garbage.
John drinks that Bumbleberry wheat beer. Ugh.
It isn't probably $20 a six pack.
I would never drink it. My shit costs about $15 a case. Miller Lite. That's really all
what I
drink.
like. Yeah, that's what I'm
really
saying.
all I drink. I mean, as far as beer goes, as far as alcohol, I'm kind of whatever's in front of me. But
yeah, Bob says, "Holy shit, Seth, for real?" Yeah, I'm not lying about any of that, and I'm also not lying about John being a prick for making fun of me.
You could just stop at John's a prick. You don't need a reason. He's just a prick.
That would have scared the hell out of me. Dude, when that lady said that to me, you think I thought that she was for real?
No,
we're talking about the same.
Kook.
I love her to death, man. She's a good friend.
Sure.
But she took us on a ghost tour and said that we were going to go stop at this place, and we almost got arrested when we pulled up to the house. So it didn't see that one coming. But she could tell that I was going to lose a foot 30 years ago.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure you're just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Good bit for the air.
Where's my M&Ms? Come on.
You're talking to her about losing her foot while you're eating a candy bar.
Right. But she's one of the first people I called when I did lose it. I was like, hey, guess what? You were right.
And she's like, I know. I saw it. I had a reading. I had a premonition.
See, again, there goes John. So your pancreas deserted you, Seth. Since the end of the world. What a dick, dude. You were right. We need to start doing the super chat thing so I don't have to read his garbage unless he pays for it.
Well, you don't have to read it.
Well, it's up there. It's in front of me.
Can you turn that off?
No, I like it on.
See, there you go. Then it's you.
Well, it's not really me. I mean, if they had to pay for it, then that's when I would read it. But John's an asshole. So I don't understand.
That's normal.
Should we play his dog pound details since he put a lot of hard work and effort into it?
Yeah, why not? Then we can make fun of whatever he said. I haven't even watched.
The guy looks like he has diabetes, and I get made fun of.
Well, look, he's trolling. I learned a long time ago, man. Don't make fun of anything because it'll probably come back to get you.
Yeah, exactly.
I used
Karma's a bitch, man.
I used to when I was in high school, I got suspended for making fun of this one teacher that was fat. And now that I'm a big fat tub of shit, don't think I don't always think about, well, maybe that's the karma for making fun of Miss Patch because she's a fat tub of shit. I think about it all the time. I mean, there is a karma to it. So,
hey, before we play Dog Pound Details, I want to give a shout out to Jim Michael.
Okay. I don't know
if you saw, he left a nice comment on the on my Facebook today. He talked about the show, and he said he was talking about how, it was a very long post.
Okay.
But he was talking about how he likes how authentic we are and don't hold back on our stories, and he thoroughly enjoyed the pooping stories that we had the other day, and thought it was really funny. And so he listens all the time, and I appreciate it. And thanks, Jim. So, yeah, read the post if you get a chance. Because
I would like to know what Jim thought of giraffe pussy.
Yeah, he didn't mention that. Bob did. But, yeah, that was an interesting title. But that was a great show, too.
It was. It was a lot of fun. It went off the rails really fast. But so what? That's what's fun. I mean, do you really want us to come on here and go, all right, guys, we're gonna iron out the details of the government shutdown today. Here's the pros and cons.
Right. The Democrats are shit, and nothing that you really care about is actually being affected. So, veterans benefits not being affected, Medicare, Medicaid not being affected. So, sit down, relax, and just wait till it goes away.
Yeah, exactly. It'll end. These guys, if it was only affecting the troops getting paid, then they would let it go on forever. But since it does affect them getting paid, they'll solve it quickly. They give a fuck about this issue. And Brian, you're absolutely right. I like this show because the titles of the show never get talked about. Yeah. It's because Seth and I, you know how much show prep we did today?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Was it a minute?
Yeah.
How much show prep did we do Monday? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Literally.
We haven't even talked about some of the show prep that we did in the 30 seconds we talked because there's a bee in your studio.
Yeah, that's right. There was.
That was about to take you out.
That's right. I was like getting ready to quit the show over a bee. All right, dog pound details.
All right, hang on.
Right, here we go.
Dick John.
What's up, guys? John Drake here with another episode of the Dog Pound Details right here on the Seth Williams Show. Week 4, same old result, a Browns loss. 34-10 to the Detroit Lions out there in beautiful Detroit, Michigan, where there's no crime or anything going on. Same old story. Defense played really well. Offense was crap. This is another game like the Ravens game where the final score isn't really indicative of how dominant the defense was. Oh, they keep wasting these defensive performances, and I mean that's just got to stop if they're going to have any kind of success. But as we all know by now, they are trying to inject some life into that offense by benching Joe Flacco and going with Dillon Gabriel as the new starting quarterback. So I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make. He's a lot more mobile than Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco's been under a lot of pressure. Now, whether or not that's from him just sitting back in the pocket or, is it due to his, lack of mobility? I mean, who knows? That remains to be seen. But, I mean, you really have nothing to lose going with Dillon Gabriel. I mean, you've got 13 games to see what he's got, if he can make it through them or if he's worth a damn. It's a very simple situation. With Flacco, there's nothing to gain. With Gabriel, even if the offense is still terrible, at least you can find out whether or not you need a quarterback in next year's draft. You got to find out what you need to do with those 2 first-round picks next year. It's imperative because if you don't need to pick a quarterback, that changes your whole outlook on what you're going to do. Are you going to get a left tackle and a receiver? Are you going to get Caleb Downs at safety and a receiver, something like that, as opposed to drafting a quarterback with your first pick or having to package them both to move up to get the guy you want. So I think this is a good move strictly from that standpoint. We'll see what happens. Is Gabriel's mobility going to be an asset? You would hope so. But, I heard it said on the radio earlier this week that rookie quarterbacks have a tendency to run themselves into trouble. So that could also be a concern. So we'll see what happens. But in any case, you got to try and do something with this offense. I mean, you're averaging 14 points a game. Only 3 Cleveland Browns offenses since they returned in 99 have been worse than this one. And it was the expansion 99 team, the 2000 team, and I want to say the 2011 or 2012 team. So you are just absolutely putrid on that side of the ball. After the initial drive, which is all scripted, as we know, the offense just completely goes in the tank. And if nothing else, you just can't have Joe Flacco turning the ball over like that. He had 2 interceptions. He had 2 fumbles, one of which was obviously called back by a penalty, but it was still there. So you're looking at 4 more turnovers. You're never going to win like that. You're just not. You got injuries to Cedric Tillman. Jack Conklin's banged up. Obviously, Joel Bitonio's hobbling around. Your left tackle situation isn't good. It's so bad you had to go trade a draft pick to the Texans for a guy who they determined was so crappy. They signed him in free agency just this last offseason and benched him. They didn't even play him. They paid him $12 million a year to bench him. So what does that tell you? So I'm hoping that this does open up the playbook a little bit. Maybe you can get some design quarterback runs. If the play breaks down, again, I think that's where, Gabriel brings that new element to the offense where, Flacco wasn't going to take off scrambling, but Dillon Gabriel can. So hopefully that, helps things out. This definitely opens things up for Quinshon Judkins. He's been awesome. And, if you can get that run game going to help support Gabriel, you might have something. And, with this defense, if you can just get the offense to 20 points, that may be all you need a lot of weeks. And you've got some teams coming up that you should be able to be very competitive with, if not defeat. So when you're talking about teams like the Dolphins and the Jets, I mean, you've got Minnesota this week who, they're good, but they're not great. Pittsburgh, I think, is overachieving again, but, and go on down the line. So you got to get something going on offense. So thank goodness we got Dillon Gabriel in there. Let's at least try something. Even if it sucks, at least you're finding out about what you got to do for 26. So defense is playing great. And let's hope we can parlay that sort of performance into a victory this week against the Minnesota Vikings across the pond in London. So I will catch you guys next week. And as always, man, by the time this airs, hopefully the Guardians have tied up their wild card series at 1 game apiece. See you next week, guys.
Well, the ending of that was spectacularly good, where he didn't say anything and just stared off at the camera, trying to stop the video from recording.
Well,
I really enjoyed that part of it. The other parts were
the Go Browns, woo woo, and
he's
so depressed he doesn't even care about that.
So yeah, that was no good. And then the entire Dog Pound Details was everything that we said in the first half hour of the show. So
maybe we should have opened with that.
Yeah, maybe that would have been the better thing to do, because everything he did was repeating everything that we said.
That's fine.
No, it's fine. It was great.
It's not his fault.
It's more, the diabetes talk was more entertaining than his Dog Pound Details today. But
it's not his fault that we covered everything in the Dog Pound Details because neither one of us previewed it.
He didn't have any life to himself. He didn't have any energy. He had
played
nothing.
like the team.
It was like
lifeless.
Somebody. It was like his wife slapped him in the balls and said, "Dude, sit there and recover and don't say anything energetic, and just sit there like a dick, like the dick that you are, John."
I could just tell you this: if Stephanie slapped him, believe me, she wouldn't be telling him to be docile. She'd be slapping him for being docile. She's a little bit of a wild one.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. When I guarantee, because I'm like a brother to both of them, and so they act like they really act around me, and yeah, they are not the hey, let's sit down and have a nice discussion type. That is not their world.
John said, "I don't know, Seth. Your dumb, crooked glasses are pretty entertaining." You know what? I bought these glasses. They had them on sale.
Give him the link, and you two can fight again.
2 for $3 at Drug Mart. What do you want, dude? I need something to see the comments. I don't know why, because all you got to do is read your dumbass words. But yeah, I need something to read with, and they were on sale 2 for $3. So you get what you pay for. Maybe if I rest them on your nuts, they'll be straight. I don't know what you want me to do there, John.
That implies having your face near his nuts.
I guess maybe we were almost that close the other day on Facebook. Now I'm not feeling the love anymore. Actually, to talk about something other than the stupid sports and crap.
Yeah.
The government shutdown is kind of boring to me. Just because not a lot is really going on other than everybody just being stubborn, dumb assholes. I mean, here's the deal with the government shutdown, since you did put it in the title today, is that this is so silly and stupid because of Democrats, because of the left. And, I know that the leftists out there will say, "Oh, you're just a Trump guy." Blah, blah. No, you signed a bill a few months back with all the budget stuff in it and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time to extend it. Well, you've already passed, and now you want to add shit to it.
Of course.
You want to add more money to it. You want to create more debt. And you heard, I don't know if you want to find a clip or play the clip, Maxine Waters said yesterday that, yes, the girl asked her, "So you want to give health care to all, including illegals?" And she said yes. And then she tried to backpedal because she knew that she fucked up. But she did say yes. So wait, dude, they're idiots. And they signed this bill into law months back, and then now it's time to extend it, and they don't want to do it. So screw them.
I'm looking just for the clip. Man, she is one ugly bitch.
Yeah, she's a pig and a piece of shit on top of it.
Look at this fucking hag. Look at that face. Let me put it in the big. Look at that face. That's like the Saw guy with a wig.
Yeah, she's terrifying to look at. Like,
She's
terrifying.
Horrible. Ugh. Can you imagine middle of the night or like 6 o'clock in the morning? Sun's coming up. You have that darkness in your room, but
Wake
a
up to
little
that.
bit of light. You roll over to get some pussy, and you're looking, and you're just like, "Oh my, Jesus! Who put this horse head in my bed?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. It's you.
She is absolutely terrifying.
She is ugly.
I mean, imagine if you just look at the head and then try to imagine her naked on top of that, dude.
Oh my God.
Imagine waking
that-
up to.
Imagine that ugly face trying to say something sexy. Imagine that face going, "Do you want me to lick your balls, Daddy?" Yuck.
There are very few people that I would say no to, and that would be one of them.
That's
right
what even me, and I would fucking go down on a 600-pound dead woman, but I wouldn't go down on Maxine Waters. Yuck.
It's disturbing to look at her.
That literally, it is October. I would wear that mask on Halloween.
She did say though that part of their thing is they want to give health care to illegals. I'm sorry, if you're illegally, you don't deserve anything that we have to offer. You can leave the country and try to come back legally and get what we offer here. But until then, get the fuck out. And I don't want my money going towards that.
Why isn't she using any of that health care that she has to fix her eyes? I mean, why the
some
fuck
sort
is
of
she
plastic
looking
surgery.
straight and right at the same time?
And she looks like she has a giant hole in her throat. You
Yeah.
could fit
Yeah, no
a
kidding.
fist in there.
Maybe that's how she keeps something dry. I don't know what, but
But yeah, when it comes to the government shutdown, you just got to kind of wait and see what happens at this point.
yeah, she is.
So there you go, Brian. We talked about stuff that was on the title.
She is a fucking pig.
So you know how we talked about the other day, the law went into place for porn, and that now you need ID or some sort of thing to.
Just depends on where you go. I mean, I looked. X Hamster does have it. X Video.
Did you sign up?
No. Not yet. I mean, I will.
I did just to
eventually.
see what. I don't look at pornography, Chris, but I did
For the show.
For the show. I did a sign up thing for the X Hamster just because I wanted to see what it was all about.
Sure.
And so my question to you is, I didn't need an ID. Like I didn't have to there was no ID, proof of ID that I had to show with my
What did you
age
have to
on it.
show?
I didn't have to show a bill or anything like that. You know what they did?
What they do?
It was a facial ID thing.
Oh boy.
So I had to put my face into like a circle, and then I had to move the camera back, move it forward, and then it scanned my face, and then said, "Okay, you're good."
So now your face is recognized with porn.
I guess.
Great. Because that's.
But how do they get? I mean, look. Other than the fact that I have a gray beard, I mean, how do they ID people that are signing up for this kind of stuff?
Because I don't know.
Just by
I
your
have no idea.
face.
I have no idea. Again, it's all just a tactic to get our information. I'll just use a VPN for now. I'll just use the VPN, tell them I'm in fucking Ghana or somewhere, and look at my pussy. It's mine. You can't take it or regulate it.
But I did find that interesting that they would just take your face and do it and didn't need any kind of proof of a bill or anything.
It's because they don't really care.
state
They just want your ID.
I don't even know if it's that. Do you think it's just like a protocol thing so they could say that they did something to
No,
get around the law?
Dude, I honestly think it's just another way that they could hang you up.
Well, what are they going to do with my face?
It's
Use it
not
in
so
porn
much
and
about your
put
face. It's
sperm
about,
on it or something?
It's about that they have legitimate proof that you'll look at fucking porn, which means that if you go too far off the rails, there's always that threat of kiddie porn or something. And the first piece of evidence will be, well, here's where Seth was signed up for X-Hamster. This guy was fucking addicted to porn. Of course he moved on to little girls. Fuck them. I don't trust them as far. Why in the fuck do you have to validate your age for something that is A, legal, and B, does not impair your judgment? Because I've seen all the people arguing with well, you have to show your license to buy beer and alcohol. Well, yeah, because it impairs. To use that product changes the way you think. Watching porn doesn't change the way you think. If anything, it settles you down.
Wait a second. You don't think like a 14-year-old it does something to their brain to look at some guy railing some girl in the ass?
Quite honestly, they're gonna do that anyway.
Okay. I mean, okay. Well, again,
I wish I would have watched more porn before I started banging, because then I might not have been so fucking uber excited about it, and I might not have fucking blown my first 10 loads and 10 thumps. I think that truthfully,
I think though that there are children that are even younger than that. I mean, there are kids that have phones that are younger than that.
Okay.
I mean, my daughter is a pretty well-rounded individual, I believe, and good head on her shoulders. But I think that if she happened to have her phone when she was, again, 8, 9 years old, because we worried about where she was, or we wanted to be able to get a hold of her if she was after school for something or whatever, and 10 years old, and she happens to look up because somebody says that my daddy was looking at this website, look at this, and she happens to pull up a girl getting railed again. I think it might cause some mental issues with a child that young.
Maybe, and
then maybe it's again the responsibility of the parents. I understand stuff like that.
That's the point. It's not the government's problem. It's not the government's problem. If you're looking at legal porn,
right?
25-year-old girl taking 10 dicks in the ass. I'm just going to go with the most horrible shit I could think of, while she's rubbing shit in her mouth. I'm talking about the worst fucking horrible porn you can possibly look at. If you're looking at that, you're still not doing anything that requires the government to know about it. And therein lies my problem with giving them your ID. Do you really think that you giving them your ID, that they're not going to have a record of now what you watched?
But yeah, I guess they will. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But if you want to look at it, I guess it's what you have to do.
So let's play the scenario out. Let's say that you, Seth, talk show guy, conservative guy, that is kind of against half of the government, but you're vocal about it. Now they got a record of your history. Let's say they find out that X-Hamster didn't do their job and they slipped in a video with a 16-year-old girl in it. Now you watched kiddie porn and you're on record watching kiddie porn. And you know what they're going to say when you say, well, I just watched what was on X-Hamster? They're going to say, tough fucking shit. Here's 3 to 5 for you, pal. Fuck them.
Well, that does worry me a little bit. I mean, because sometimes you don't know what you're actually looking at.
Well, that's the problem is why, if you want to regulate the porn companies for the service that they're providing to make sure it's legal. It doesn't matter, your example about your 10-year-old daughter, that officially falls under the parents' problem. And I know for a fact, and it's not a popular opinion, and I used it and my kids hated it, but they have all that net nanny bullshit where you can restrict. You can restrict on your own router. You don't even have to buy anything. You can literally look up xhamster.com with what is my IP and find the IP and block it from your own router in your own house or a phone or whatever. You can stop it.
This all leads to to another article that Brian actually sent me from Tennessee.
Okay.
And I sent it to you, to your email earlier today. And it's about, I think in the UK, they are requiring by 2029 a digital ID to work.
Mm-hmm.
And, eventually, that shit's going to come here. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? I mean, what can you do about
guns. The difference is we have guns.
There's all kind of stories out there that I've been reading about what the government does behind closed doors, dude. I mean, there was an article in a video the other day about how they're actually injecting the vaccine into meat products. And so when you eat it, you're taking the vaccine, whether you like it or not. Who knows if it's true, but I wouldn't put it past anybody. I think a lot of this stuff is coming. Look, there was a hearing the other day, I think yesterday, the Homeland Security hearing, right? Senator Marino was a part of it. And they were talking about the government now, and these companies admit to what they were doing to us during COVID.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were flagging people that refused to wear masks, and then they were following them, and they were watching what they're doing. If you were an anti-masker, anti-vaxxer, they were watching what you were doing.
Sure.
And then the administration, the Biden administration, was working hand in hand with all of these social media companies, X, back then Twitter, and Facebook and all these things, to censor you, to make sure that you were getting the information that they wanted you to get. They admit it now. I mean, it's not a right-wing conspiracy. It's fact.
Once Fauci found himself not in jail, they all said, well, you might as well just tell it and be done with it. So it can't.
But my point is
that
later, if the government can get away with all that kind of stuff, and they did for years, and there's going to be no repercussions, there's no consequences for their actions in this case, then they're not going to, you think they're just going to stop?
No.
I mean, what they did to this country.
Even if there were repercussions, they ain't going to stop.
What they did to the people of this country back then was just a trial. It was an experiment to see how far they can control us.
Yeah. And it worked.
By shutting down your businesses, by making you wear a mask, by telling you that you had to stand 6 feet apart, by putting down stupid arrows in a fucking gas station where everybody's surrounding themselves in a gas, but you had to put an arrow on the ground to tell people where to walk in a grocery store.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a trial. It was an experiment. Now they know they can control you, at least the majority of you.
Sure.
And so now they're going to do this digital ID stuff. They're going to take pictures of you. I mean, they're going to have like eye recognition scanners. They're going to have all this stuff, and they're going to know every single thing that you do. I mean, Facebook knows what you do when you're talking and your phone's on. Yeah. They know what restaurant you're talking about, and they give you an ad for it. I mean, the government is going to do this, and whether you like it or not, I don't care if it's Democrat or Republican. They're all going to fucking do it to you.
Yeah,
and they're going to control us all.
We're cooked. We know it. That's why I'm just hoping I die sooner than later. Because this place ain't going to be the same in 20 years. That's for damn sure.
No. And it is kind of scary. I mean, I don't want to live in a state like that, in a government like that, or a country like that. But where do you go? I mean, the UK is putting this stuff in now. Shit, there's people getting arrested. One guy made a comment, I think he was a comedian, made a comment about trans or something like that. It was on a plane to go into the UK to do a show, arrested.
Yeah.
For comments he made online. They're doing that. And it's not going to be long before it happens. So what do you think is going to happen when the left finally takes over again? They're going to. It's not going to be Trump forever here. We got Trump for 3 years. We're going to be lucky to get a Republican in again the next time. And what do you think is going to happen when the left gets control again?
They're going to try. They're going to try. I mean, that's why you got to be ready. You got to, I know.
You're
I
ready
say
for
it all.
what? You can have all the guns in the world, dude. When they come knocking at your door and telling you you're going to do this or you're going to die, you're going to do it or you're going to die.
Then you die. You can't be that afraid of something that's going to happen inevitably to cave in your principles.
I'm not saying cave in, but what do you do? I mean,
you fight.
They're going to put you in jail. They're going to take your guns out of your hands, and they're going to take you to prison.
There's only one way they get the gun out
unless
of your
you
hand,
follow along.
Shooting you. That's shooting you. They're not taking the gun out of your hand any other way than shooting you, unless you run out of bullets. They're just not. They can't. Because when they get close to the gun, you shoot them.
Who says it's going to be implanted chip? Yeah, it is. You're going to have to scan your chip when you go places.
Huh?
And that's scary thoughts, man.
It is scary. I mean, I'm not.
But again, look here. I'm not talking shit about you, Chris.
No. I know.
Look, you talk a great game, and I believe you. I believe that you would be the one guy of all the people that I know. I believe that you would be that one guy standing there at the front door with your gun,
absolutely,
and ready to go. But the government has a way of taking control, dude. And if they walk through the back door while you're aiming out the front door, and they arrest you and take your guns and put you in prison because you're not going to follow along, what are you going to do? You're going to spend the rest of your life in prison?
Not me. Rest of my life will end that minute. There's always one in the chamber for myself if needed.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I heard a Canadian guy, right? He was on with Bill Maher.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying how they have free speech up there and blah, 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 but they have laws against hate speech.
Right.
Well, then you don't have free speech.
Yeah. Hate speech. Stop it. No such
And he says, well, those are things you'd never want to say to anybody. No, wait a second. You can't control that.
Yeah.
You're allowed to hate people. Hate to tell it, but you don't have to like black people. You don't have to like Latinos. You don't have to like white people. You don't have to like anybody. You have the right to hate somebody because you can't convict somebody on thoughts. You can't convict somebody on what you feel.
Well, and what is the hate speech that define it? The fact that they never define it tells me it doesn't exist. Well, it's words that make people upset. Well, anything can make people upset.
Right.
I could fucking take a full cooked pig to a Muslim mosque and they're going to hate me. Is that a crime? Is that hate?
Right.
If I say, here, free pork for everyone, is that hate speech? Because they're going to be mad. Right?
I mean, exactly. Look, can I arrest John because he's making fun of me because I have the diabetes?
Maybe.
I consider that hate speech. I consider that he's making fun of me because I'm sick, and so I consider that hate speech. Put him in fucking jail, dude.
Yeah, well,
I mean, if that's what we're gonna do, you can't do this kind of stuff. Yeah. But it's happening. It is. It's happening right in front of our eyes.
You know what? I hate the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I'm sure there's some Ravens fans that don't like hearing that. Is that hate speech? That's what I'm saying. There's no definition of it. So how the fuck are you going to try it?
Seth, don't you think this Kirk thing is causing a great awakening? I do. I think it is. I think we're having the biggest revival in the history of religion and the history of anything. But you also have, again, another country divided with people that are making up shit about this guy. He's calling him a hate monger. I mean, that Ilhan Omar or whatever was walking down the street with Don Lemon the other day saying that Charlie Kirk has no legacy to be proud of. He was a racist and he should just go away.
This coming from a woman that fucks her brother.
Right. This pig is saying that kind of stuff. Okay. She doesn't even belong in this country, much less talking about Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about the flock cameras?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Being put in every highway around the country, of course.
I think they're in more than every highway. They're everywhere. Dude, you can't drive anywhere without a camera.
Don't you ever worry, like you're picking a nose or something, come up to a stoplight, and then it's going to be on YouTube?
Dude, I don't even worry about my Google Nest watching me jack off. I don't care. I don't care. What are they going to do with that information? What are they going to do? Shame me? Shame me by showing me spanking my little dick? Okay, you got me. Or
well, now my face is going to be on every porn site known to man with my ID.
But I mean, even the thing, what are they going to do with video of you picking your nose or scratching your ass or whatever? What are they going to do? Shame you? Gives a fuck. I think what it goes down to these days and what they're doing is so many people do give a fuck, to be honest. So many people are so worried that they're called a name or something. So if there's evidence that they did something that's not prim and proper, they are scared to death. Don't show that video of me. Here's money. I'll buy it from you. Remember 5 years ago, you had those emails that were going around all the time that were saying, hey, hate to tell you this, but I've got video of you jerking off in your house, but if you send me $1,300 in crypto, I'll send you the only copy. Remember those?
Yes.
Notice that all went away?
Put it out there. Go ahead.
But you know why it went away? Because people stopped giving a shit what people said.
Yeah.
I wish most people, and it's weird because I don't usually draw the Democrat-Republican line hard, but this is one place I'll draw a hard line between Democrats and Republicans. Republicans generally don't give a fuck what you call them, what a Democrat calls them. They don't care. Where Democrat, man, if you say anything, they're looking for a reason to hurt you. If you say you're stupid, Maxine Waters, if you say that to her face, she will be looking for a reason to hurt you. Oh, well, you didn't pay your taxes in 2008. We're going to take care of that now.
Meanwhile, they call Republicans Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah, they call all the names. They call all the names in the book, and when you throw one back, then you're a fucking hate monger, fascist, racist,
homophobe, transphobe.
Yeah, everything, because you throw it back. That's where you just got to be like, fuck you. Don't. That's why one of the reasons I like to just stay at home, because the less people in my life, the less chance I have to deal with dickheads. The people that are in my life, I know are not dickheads. And that's all the more I need.
Yeah, I understand. But my problem is I want to enjoy my life. And I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying that I enjoy going out and doing things. But now I feel like the more I go out and do things, the more people are watching, and the more people are,
let them watch.
Looking at what you do.
Let them watch.
It was funny, though, because I was talking to a couple of guys earlier on today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about the porn ID thing.
Yeah.
And immediately, the three guys I was talking to all pull out their phones. Like, go, get out of here. I started looking to see if it's true.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many guys actually look at porn. It's like everybody.
Every guy, and I would say 80% of the women.
You think 80% is you think 80% of women are actually looking at porn?
I do.
I don't.
I do, and I'll tell you why. Because I think 100% of the women are unsatisfied sexually. I don't believe any women are truly satisfied sexually.
What about the girls in the porn videos?
Fuck no. Fuck no. They're doing it for money. Most of them, if you talk to them, they say that it's ruined their regular sex lives because they don't even want to have sex. They're not looking to have enjoyment out of it. They're just looking for, all right, you're going to fucking bang me in the ass and come on my face. That's $300. That's what they're doing.
Sorry, I've been texting with the Senator John Husted.
You think that it's, what number do you think it is of women that watch porn?
Like for real, like an average woman.
Yeah, average woman.
I'd say 35%, 30%.
It could be. I just think a lot of them. Look,
I think their brains are wired different, dude.
Yeah, but
I think most men get up in the morning and say, what time am I going to jerk off today? What time do I have free time to let this one loose? Or I think most women get up and go, well, I got to get this done. I got to get my makeup done. I got to do this. And they're not thinking the same way. They don't have the same brain thing firing.
Yeah, they do, though. If you talk to them outside of it, they'll tell you in a minute believe me, get a friend that is a woman and ask her what she's dissatisfied with her boyfriend or husband. And she will tell you faster than you could spit back an answer of what you're dissatisfied with. They'll tell you in a heartbeat. They know. And I think about it. How many, roughly, I mean, you don't need an exact number, but how many women you think you've hooked up with in your life? Over or under 20?
Over
20. Fair enough. Of those over 20, how many went in and the minute the clothes were off, they didn't have a clue what to do?
No, they did.
They all did, which means one of two things.
Well, maybe like one when I was like 16, but
okay.
Other than that.
But everybody else did. So that means one of two things. They're either fucking all the time to get experience, which generally is not the case, or B, they're doing the same thing guys are. They're watching videos and they're taking pieces with them.
I guess I could get John Drake's wife on the show.
I'll ask her if she'll come on.
I want to know if she's dissatisfied in her relationship and has to look at porn.
She says John has a large cock.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
Oh God! No, I really hate the guy.
That is what I've heard. I mean, I've not yet experienced John's cock to know.
Yeah, but what's she gonna say, dude?
She would tell me.
Come on.
She would tell me the truth. She wouldn't lie to me.
No.
She wouldn't lie to me about that. She knows how bad I would fuck with him if he had a 2-inch dick. Of course she would tell me.
But dude, you can't. A wife can't do that to her husband.
But I've known her since they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I've even known her when they were broken up, and she didn't say that.
He's not still listening apparently because.
Well, whether he is or not, I'll tell him later. Give a shit if he hears me talking about this shit.
No, I'm not saying that. But I want him. I'm going to text him. You have a large cock.
He'll tell you.
He'll tell me.
I'll tell you. I'll text Stephanie right now.
We'll both read our answers.
All right, here we go. Let me find Stephanie. Let me get out of here. No, this is not the most compelling radio in the world, but whatever.
I know. I got to find a. I got to make sure I'm emailing the right John.
All right, here we go.
I was just texting back and forth with John Husted from the state of Ohio. I need to make sure that I'm not texting him. Hey, do you actually have a large cock?
I'm on the radio. Do you acknowledge that John has a large cock? She's going to be like, what the fuck is this? Question mark. Need answer ASAP.
By the end of 2019, almost 3 out of every 10 Pornhub customers were female.
Okay.
Or do you think that it was men that signed up and put a fucking female name? Guys don't want to be known. Huh?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Most guys aren't like me that use their actual email address.
Right.
Like, dude, I'll tell you the best one. If people want to know the best place to sign up for anything, it's Mr. Skin. You know that Mr. Skin? Sign up for the newsletter on there, which is free, and every day you get fucking just free porn sent to you of the hottest chicks.
All right, I got a message from John.
I have not heard back from Steph yet. She's probably trying to figure out what the fuck.
He says, haha, it's a little above average. Yeah, nothing crazy, though.
The show just gets dumber by the minute.
I love that, though. I said your penis has become a topic of discussion. Waiting for
Steph,
your wife's answer. According to him, it's nothing crazy, but it's above average.
Yeah. Well, again, I haven't seen to say, but I've been.
You guys
told.
never been in a locker room together?
No, not really. Do either of us look like athletes? Locker room. Doing what? Is there a locker room for fucking drinking? It's about the only thing. It's about the only thing I could ever be in a locker room for.
Younger women are more likely to watch pornography, with one study finding 57% of girls aged 14 to 18 viewed it, while rates decrease with age. 16% for women over 50.
Once their vag dries up, they're not as interested anymore.
Okay, that's a good question too, though. Do you think that the women that watch porn are watching for men, or are they watching for other women?
Now, that is a different question. I think when they're younger, they're looking for dudes. When they're older, they're like, women are hot too. Every girl that I know thinks women are hot. I don't know any women that are like, ugh. You know, when you look at a girl and you say, man, she's got a great body or whatever. I don't know a single woman that's like, oh, I don't like women at all.
Dude, right. Okay, but my wife would say, like, yeah, she's obviously pretty, or she's, but she doesn't. I don't think she's even remotely attracted to women.
All right.
Whereas my other marriage was quite the opposite. So
I got an answer.
She's apparently picking up pizza for them. So,
well, picking up pizza and reading about John's large cock. I said, do you acknowledge that John has a large cock? Need an answer ASAP. And she just wrote me back, yes.
Jesus. Again, what's she gonna do? I don't like this.
I'm telling you, she would say.
I think this study is flawed.
About the women watching porn?
All of this, even the John study, is flawed.
Dude, if you watch X, there are so many videos of these like on the street reporters talking to these young women, and they're asking them what's your body count. And I mean, I am always stunned at the number of women that say 120 or whatever, and they're like 19 years old. It's like they're catching a dick every time they fucking go to the store.
Like, where am I? Why am I not in the path of some of these women, dude?
We in this scenario, we grew up in the wrong era.
I think so.
That I'll say this for these kids: the ones that are not stuck just playing video games all the time, they are fucking nonstop. There's two sides to the Gen Z. There's the ones that are like, what do they call that? Incels or whatever, that just don't want anything to do with chicks.
Right.
And then there's the other side that are just, they don't have, men and women, they don't have any restrictions. It's that whole, there's a hole and I'm going to put my dick in it. It's so different than when can you imagine some girl you were in high school with and she had in high school, she had a body count of like 100.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. No.
I mean, dude.
And I knew some promiscuous girls, but they didn't have that high.
No, dude. We had this girl. I won't say her name, but we had this girl that lived on our street in when I was growing up. I was about 15, 16, and I mean, she was the neighborhood pump. Everybody banged this girl. Everybody lived in the neighborhood banged this girl constantly, and her number was still probably about 20, and she was a straight whore. Yeah, 100 or 200 or what? That's a lot, man. That is a gigantic number.
That is.
Especially for that age.
Would you care though if you were like number 199?
Please, I don't care if I'm number 199 that day.
Brian says, Habu says, Brian, what is the percentage of almost 50 dudes wondering about the size of their friends' members?
What is the
and
question?
Brian responds, 100% on the Seth Williams show. Like, I don't think it's unusual for a guy to go, I wonder if that guy has a big dick, dude. I don't, maybe it is. I mean, I think all guys are comparing, trying to man up to next to another man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't want to see it, but I think other guys are going, oh my God, I wonder if that guy's like.
Look, every single guy that has ever had sex with more than one woman wonders if their dick is bigger than the guy that was in her before.
I know. I made a mistake asking once, and it didn't go well for me.
I'll bet not. Yeah, I can remember doing that too. I remember asking a girl once, and she's like, "No, you're much smaller than my last boyfriend." I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
just deflate me."
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, well, that really sucks, dude."
It was like, "You think that's smaller? Wait about 30 seconds. Now that you said that, you're going to get a lot smaller. You're going to get shriveled up and buried inside me."
There's like sometimes I don't want honesty, dude. I don't lie just a little bit.
Yeah, that is the one lie we're willing to take from any girlfriend.
Yes,
you're huge.
I remember she said something like, "Yeah, this one guy really had it was like a little mini bat." I'm like, "Okay, dude, like for real? Like we don't have to discuss this any. I'm looking for the answer of no, honey. You're the best I've ever had. Not no. This guy really did me good."
Yeah. I just remember one time in the Army,
But I love you, honey.
Yeah, exactly. I remember this one time in the Army, me and this one dude ended up banging the same girl. And I had definitely seen his cock, which was fucking like scary. It was the size of a small car. And it was just like, and I remember banging this girl. I banged her after him. And I remember her telling me I was the biggest she'd ever had. And I was like, well, I know that ain't right, but I'm not going to bring it up now. In the middle of the sex, when you're banging, she's like, "Oh, you're so fucking this and that and whatever." And she's like, "You're the biggest guy I've ever had." I was like, "I know that ain't true." I'm literally in my mind while I'm banging her, I'm thinking, "I know that's not true. I've seen the other guy. I've seen the last guy." It's like, what are you talking about? But whatever. I still finished.
And don't
lie to me. Don't lie to me. I'm done here.
But I certainly don't want to hear, yeah, this guy was way bigger than you, but I love you. I didn't love him. No, that's not what I care about.
That's never good.
That's not helping the situation here.
Because guys don't fuck for love anyway.
No.
Guys, I say this all the time. Believe me, it gives me nothing but grief when I say it to chicks, but I say it anyway. Sex to guys is like watching baseball or football. It's the same. It's fun, but it isn't like to guys, no guy is like, well, I'm not sure if I should marry her. And then, well, she married me and blew me the right way, so, I got to marry her now. No guy is like that. Guys think of sex, like, how there's a lot of women that want the whole experience. They want the candles. They want the dinner.
Yeah.
They want the flowers. They want the chocolates. They want all that shit. A guy is happy for 5 minutes during a commercial of the Super Bowl.
Right. This is why I think prostitution should be legal, because I'm still paying for it no matter how you look at it.
Of course. And let's be honest. In both cases, you're not paying for the sex. Well, it's weird. In one case, when you're dating, you are paying for the sex.
Yes.
When you're buying a prostitute, you're not paying for the sex. You're paying for her to go away. You're paying for the opportunity to get laid and then not have to listen to her. That is what you're paying for.
Right.
But in the other one, you're paying for the opposite, for the thing. You're paying to not get what you want. You're only getting laid in a dating scenario.
Yeah.
So it's the worst thing in the world. They should make it legal. It's legal in most other places. Come on already.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right. On that note, recap the show. Browns going with Dillon Gabriel.
Right.
Shedeur Sanders still sucks. Guardians won.
Mm-hmm.
And we love porn. So there you go.
Pretty much. And
All
maybe
right,
not in the order you read them.
Everybody have a great rest of the week. We're going to head over to Mines, correct?
Yes. We will be there in 3 minutes.
If you haven't signed up for it, do so. $5 a month gets you extra content.
Yep.
Seth Williams 32 on Venmo for a tip for the two of us.
Or just for us to say it because nobody ever will.
Yeah, I just enjoy saying it at this point. I've gotten more money from my daughter who's in college and needs money than I've gotten from the show.
There you go.
Isn't that kind of fucked up? What I think about it, that's fucked up. She's actually sent me more money through that Venmo account.
Yeah.
And she's going to college, and I'm trying to put her through it.
Well, there you go.
All right. Have a good rest of the week, everybody. God willing, we'll talk to you again on Monday. If you're not headed over to Minds, we will talk to you then. If you're talking to us or listening on Minds, we will see you in about 3 minutes. Have a great rest of the week.
See ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.